Hey, Cookies, we got a special episode here on what to get to level 70 first. So I'm going to help you prioritize, optimize, and go for it with your own cookies here on CookieRun Kingdom today. So appreciate you tuning in. Flip me a like, smash the subscribe, stick around for a while. Great way to support the channel. Thank you for that support as always. And if you get a question or comment throughout today's episode, please let me know. I love to hear from you. And on top of that, you can hop in the Discord server and find the timestamps down below where I will walk through the strategy, give you the right kind of list to think about and optimize with your cookies, and then do a little bit of a retrospective here on today's episode. So let's get moving. Thank you as always. So a couple big pieces here. The reason why we're talking about this, if you haven't checked out already, you can certainly go ahead and look at this, but we got a massive update here in the community. I did run a video on this. You can check it out. We now have a level cap that has been removed from 60, and we can now go to level 70. Now, to unlock this, you have to be at your kingdom either 41 to get 65 and 42 then to get to level 70. Now we have a lot of great more ways to get those star jellies, which is always a pain, but now we have the ability to get more of those, which is great. And while we're at it, we're going to collect all those star jellies, my friends. So let's go ahead here and look. Now it does take a ton of jellies. Seriously, a ton. So let's go level up. 342,000 jellies to be exact. Now, I've ran a episode on what it takes to get from 0 to 60. I still got to publish it. I promise we'll do that calculation, but you can check that out. Biggest thing is 342. Now watch this. It's going to split at 65 and get even higher. We'll go auto. I can max it all the way out. I do have enough. Boom. That is a lot. Look at that power level going up 70,000 too, which is huge. Now watch. 362, so it still goes up another 20k. We can watch that cut over there. Boom, 42. That is a lot of jellies, my friends. A ton of jellies, particularly when you go back down to something like this, where they're only at level 24 or less. Look at this. What are we gonna do today? We're gonna level you up. 4,000. What was that? 4,000, and we had 4,000 and still water. 342,000. That is a ton. So we really want to make sure that we're paying attention to how we're going to do this. So how are we going to optimize today? Well, one, I love Seafarer Cookie. Seafarer Cookie is one cookie that I would certainly take to 70. Now, Seafarer Cookie helps in a multitude of things, PvE, PvP, and a host of other places. So that is certainly a really good one. The other ones that are great are Cotton Cookie. Cotton Cookie is a huge staple, a great epic, certainly one that you're not going to go wrong with going to 70. Again, PvP, PvE, and when I talk about PvP, that's player versus player, and player versus environment, which is getting through everything. And we keep in mind these big pieces in enablement in terms of dark mode and the regular storyline. Now, those ones are very important in my book. The other thing that I start to look at is if you want more environment progression, we get a lot of guides here on the channel where we're heavily focused, even all epics, in terms of taking down bosses and taking down very particular levels. So those ones are going to be things like Vampire Cookie, also things like Sorbet Shark Cookie, this guy right here, Dark Choco Cookie as well. Other things that are really nice, certainly I have a nice line of legendaries. There's plenty of other legendaries here that I still need to get, like this guy, and a couple other great cookies here that we could use. Those all would be key cookies that I would consider moving to level 70, depending on, again, how much fodder you have available to you. Now, if you got a lot of the end game done, I would then start to really focus about, and I do like Caramel Arrow Cookie as well, PvP. Now, PvP, a couple of key pieces here, always to think about in key items, at least for me in terms of importance. Right now, again, I'm saying right now because this is a particular meta. Now, the cookies that I gave you, I would certainly feel free and feel good about moving to level 70. Certainly you can start to see players moving things around here in PvP. When we do go to ranking is big here. So you can see my kind of team that's up right now. Biggest pieces right now is when we look at the meta. Meta is really big on Wildberry. We got Caramel Arrow. We also have raspberry there. I think I screwed that one up. Eclair cookie, which we talked about as well. So these ones are all solid in terms of those for you also to go to 70. And very, very important there as well in terms of your focus. If that is your focus, sorry, pomegranate cookie. That's right, pomegranate cookie. Pomegranate's great as well. So those are kind of how I start to think about it in terms of progression, in terms of stability, in terms of PvP, kind of endgame, those pieces, how I think about my progression. Now, again, certainly tiering getting level 60 and then moving beyond, you can still complete a lot of stuff at 60, so don't feel like you have to rush to 70, but that 70 rush is there for you for those endgame players. Very, very important as well. So my fellow cookies, again, we broke down, oh, there's a player, that's why I didn't have it up there. So those are a lot of big things there to think about it. You can see the rest of those. So cookies, in terms of today's episode, wanted to show the level cap being moved up to 70 with the latest update, talk about prioritization, optimization for your cookies in terms of thinking about your play style, what's going to be important to you, what you should focus on, and what you should bring to 70 based off where you're at. Again, PvE or player versus environment into PvP as kind of a scale and spectrum. And then also where within that you're at, if you want to go hard burst, if you want to go direct competition, or more focus on kind of that dark mode, those kinds of things as well. So certainly you can't go wrong with any of the legendaries, but certainly in terms of optimization, we covered a lot of those key cookies for you here today in terms of bringing to 70. Now, cookies, if you have a question, if you have a comment, if you have some feedback, or like, hey, should I do this one? I'd love to hear from you. Happy to help, happy to give you that feedback. So let me know and feel free to hop in the Discord server. With that said, flip me a like, smash the subscribe. Let me know. I want to hear what cookies you're bringing to 70 as well. And we'll be right there with you. So Mythras cookie on the way out for today. Appreciate that support as always. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, cookies, you stay safe, you take care, and we're out of here.